Greetings, I'm Osher Gunsberg.
And I'm Sonia Kruger.
Are you desperate for some all-star reality TV?
Or for some good old drama? Because if you are, this season has got it all.
Now, the Bachelor for this season isn't just some lonely old man. Oh no.
He is the greatest playwright, writer, and poet of all time, and he's looking for the greatest character he has ever written. Our Bachelor for 2021 is Will Shakespeare!
And who are your contestants, you may be wondering?
We have the virtuous, naive florist, Ophelia.
The mystical, flirty hippie, Titania.
The ill-tempered pie lover, Tamora.
The charming yet intelligent tomboy, Viola.
The frightening, ambitious Lady Macbeth.
The giddy, courageous teenager, Juliet.
The fractious, witty shrew, Catherine.
The sassy, sarcastic joker, Beatrice.
The charismatic, ruthless queen, Cleopatra.
And last but not least, the honest and devoted sweetheart, Cordelia.
So join us to discover the greatest character Shakespeare has ever written on Shakespeare Bachelor!
The one. No. Mistress, what cheer? How dost thou, sweet lord? How do you, pretty lady? How fares thee? Bless thee! Hail to your graces! Good morrow, good dawning. Salutations? Greetings! Hark! What's up? How you doing? No. What do you think, my dear makeup lady? Do a good job of my makeup. I need to look 10 years younger and to make a good impression. I've always had a fascination with writing. 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 I remember plucking the feathers out of my chicken's butt just to make my own quill when I was a wee lad in Stratford-upon-Avon. Now, I'm the most successful playwright in London. My plays have graced the stages of the Swan, the Globe, the Curtain, and the theatre, which is called the theatre, many times. But it is not enough. Something is missing. You can't have a cuddle with an ink and quill. For me, the course of true love has not run smooth. It's not like I haven't loved before. I have, of course. I'm Shakespeare. I kind of invented love. Enough! It's just that there's never been that one who I've really, made that connection with. So I've come into the Bachelor mansion to find her. The one. My ultimate creation. The greatest character I've ever written. Then I'll get what I truly want. To be famous all around the world. To have my plays in every library. To be filthy, disgustingly rich. To never be second place. to inspire operas and sell chocolate, to be highly respected, to never eat dry bread and watery soup again, to have my pictures on posters everywhere. You will not go a day without hearing or seeing my name. I want to be known as the greatest playwright ever. Also known as the Swan of Avon, also known as William Shakespeare. But you may only call me William Shakespeare, or for short, Willie. I enjoy long walks on the beach, writing sonnets and plays, and sushi. So, where do I begin with my successful career?
Cut! That's all we need, thanks Will.
Really? That's it? What's happening, my dear fellow? They hate you already, I see. They don't hate me, they just... No, they hate you. What? No! Why would you say that? They're ruining my plans. Willie, don't worry. Just remember, to love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. And there's nothing to worry about. Nothing? Nothing. Nothing can come of nothing. Speak again. It's obvious that Osher and Sonia are more loved than you. They spend more time in the makeup chairs, do more interviews, and why? Because they are more loved by the people. They were voted #1 and #2 in Vogue's poll for the most popular personalities, and you didn't even get nominated. Therefore, everyone hates you. Well, we were in the magazine for People. I think it's called People magazine. No, the Bachelorettes were in People magazine. You're thinking of the newspapers. Remember, we were in it as the winners for the Bobbing for Apples tournament last year? But anyway, don't get me started on those Bachelorettes. They're all here for the fame. Every single one of them. Even that Cordelia. No! Oh yes, my dear fellow. Well, I can't let these pestile creatures take the fame. No, I must remain glorious. No need to yell. Farewell, farewell. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Maybe the devil's right. No. It was me who created the quill and wrote these amazing female characters. It was me who created cannibalistic and murderous queens. And it was me who created lovesick Juliet to be cool. And it was me who created Viola to use the art of disguise to get what she wanted. It was me who created the magical and powerful Queen Titania to rule the seasons. And it was me who created the strong and vibrant Kate to choose love over pride. And it was me who created Ophelia to be emotional, crazy, and true. I wrote these characters through me. These characters are me. Osher and Sonia are nothing without me. They love these characters. The show would be nothing. I am famous. These characters have made me famous. I am the greatest playwright who ever lived. I wonder where I could get a coffee.
Welcome to The Bachelor. Here in this beautiful mansion, 10 lovely ladies are here lining up to meet their bachelor. Bachelorettes who are on a journey to be known as the best character ever written. Now our new bachelor is no ordinary man. Oh no, he is in fact the greatest playwright in the history of the world. World. Some may say love is written in the stars. Tonight, Australia, we will meet our new bachelor, William Shakespeare. And cut. Okay. Great, perfect opening. Not surprising since it is my 100th time hosting this show. How do I look? Is my hair still good? Good. Perfect. All right. What clips are we showing? Is that Shakespeare? Running on the beach shirtless? Okay. Well, let's hope all that energy can assist in show ratings. Can't just be me creating drama, right? Oh, am I up? Okay. Greetings, Will. And welcome to the Bachelor Mansion. Yes. Well, Will, your life is about to change and it will never be the same. Get ready to fall in love with some of the greatest characters you have ever written, because the chariot is coming up the driveway right now. All right, here comes the drama. I mean, the women. Yeah. All right, who do we see first? Ophelia, okay. She seems nice. A bit, intense with the flowers, but seems nice all the same. Next is Titania. Wow, how did we get a fairy? Well, that's interesting. She is quite beautiful and... Wait, what is she doing? God damn it! She blew fairy dust in his eyes quickly. Someone get a wet rag and quickly before he goes blind. Oh, jeez. Okay. Alright, crisis averted. He's fine. Whew. Okay, good. Wait. And now he's enchanted. There goes the whole point of this show. Oh, good. Spoke too soon. He's out of it. Phew. Quickly, send in the next girl. Tamora. She's kind of scary. Pretty, but I don't like that smirk. And, what's with the pie? Anyway, next is a boy. Oh, it's a disguise. Wait. Oh, it's Viola. Looks like she is quite dramatic and unique. Next is Lady Macbeth, another intimidating character. She seems to also be a germaphobe. Quite the combination. Juliet, she looks kinda young. Are you sure we're not gonna get in trouble with this? Man, she's even wearing a wedding dress. Guess it shows her confidence. Of course, there are so many hopefuls. Well, they all seem like interesting individuals. I can already see the drama that's going to unfold. Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, showtime? Welcome, ladies, to your home for the foreseeable future. Tonight with me, ladies, is a man who's looking to get to know you all a little better. And here he is, the author of 37 plays and 154 sonnets, and the inventor of over 1,700 words, including elbow, lonely, puking, advertising, bandit, unreal, and of course, swagger. The man that epitomizes that very word. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet, William Shakespeare. Welcome, Will. Now, time with Will is important, so my advice is, make the most of it. Good luck. All right, where's my coffee? Intern. Here's your coffee, Asha. Thank you. Hey, I was wondering if you had any advice for someone who was trying to become a host. Well, if you want to be as stunning of a host as I am, then you're going to need to put in the right effort, the right determination. But I'm sure if you do that, then yeah, you could become a great host. Thank you for your advice, Asha. It's very much appreciated. You're welcome. Bye. Bye. Hey, is it just me, or does that intern look kind of familiar? I come bearing gifts. Here on this date scroll are the names of the lucky ladies who Shakespeare wants to take on a magical journey. I'll just leave this with you. Oh God. Man, these girls are desperate. They almost ran me over. Well, wonder who's gonna get the scroll. And it's Cleopatra with the snake. Okay, good for views, bad for my safety. Someone call animal control. And now they're fighting over who gets to go on the date. Of course they are. After Cordelia's date, they should be grateful that more of them get an opportunity to even go. Well, then again, I guess it would be bad luck, considering of what I have planned. I love my job.
I'm tomorrow. It doesn't matter how old I am. My beauty is eternal. Men fall at my feet and will do whatever I say. These other bachelorettes don't stand a chance. I've had my fair share of, how would you say, conquests. Yes, conquests. But here I am now without love of my life, and I thrive on a challenge. So I have come to the bachelor mansion to find myself a new husband. Will shall be my third or fourth. I keep losing track. Look, I'll be the first to admit that I've made some mistakes when it comes to keeping a man, and most of my relationships have not met good ends. What fools! They should know that it takes one heck of a man to hold me. No one has measured up thus far. Except one. There was one man. Titus. He challenged me in a way no one could, made me believe his lies, and no matter what I did, the depths in which I stooped, I could never beat him. In the end, he fed me a dirty street pie and I was done. So, now I'm looking forward to getting my teeth stuck into a new challenge because I know that success will taste so sweet. Are we done now? We did more takes than I have ex-husbands, and that's saying something. Who knew reality TV would be so draining? I can't stick around with you commoners. I have something special to prepare for Will. Pie. It's a family recipe. There are some very unusual flavors. Not many people have tasted this kind of meat before. But it's an acquired taste. Believe me, it'll grow in him. Oops. Missed one. What's this? Surprise! I put that in there for Will, actually. A little gift. A sign of my affection. It's quite lovely, actually. Maybe I should keep it for myself. I would kill for this ring. Not something I haven't done before. But I suppose I did go to a lot of effort to get it, so may as well give it to Will. It could possibly help me get in the good books. Nothing is too good for Will. This pie might be, though. It smells great. I'm sure Will's going to enjoy eating it as much as I enjoyed making it for him. This pie is our way to this man's heart. And how can one possibly resist a special meat pie made out of their producer? But do you think he'll be weirded out? No way. He practically wrote that storyline. But he's written many other characters. What's saying it'll be us he chooses? We're the best option no matter who's in this competition. It's simply humorous having these so-called competitors. There's the delusional hippie who's as annoying as her pesty insects that follow her everywhere. The lady that thinks Windex is the solution to all problems. And the girl that can't even win one of her synchronized swimming competitions, let alone the heart of the greatest playwright. At this point, the best possible candidates are us and the Oshers. And, well, Will didn't create them, so it's not like they're gonna win. There's an automatic win for us. Yes, and we killed his producer and baked him in a pie, which obviously makes us go to the top of his ratings. Yes, good to see you're finally understanding. I can't even read my own sarcasm. It's going to be a disaster. Compose yourself. I seriously cannot fathom these thoughts you're having. We always get what we want. Why is it easy for us to eat our own son, but can't simply stay positive about winning over Will? Yeah. Sure, makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, you're right. What am I doing? The ghost of that producer must have possessed me because I am not weak. I will win Will. Okay, so here's my quick rundown of what's happened so far. Will offered me a rose and obviously I accepted. Lady Macbeth thought she'd have Will all to herself, but he's obviously my bachelor. And even though I know she's capable of all sorts of crazy, she isn't as crazy as me. Because if there's a competition to see who's most depraved, I'd win. But Lady Macbeth has started to get on my nerves lately. She was terrible in the insult battle. She called me a damned and luxurious mountain goat. So I called her a 3-inch fool. I made her cry, and I'm not sorry. I'd do it again. Then I faced off against Cordelia, as if she would beat me. I was going so well, but then she cut me deep when she said, "Thou art as fat as butter." It was despicable. Who knew the little pick-me could actually be good at something? Harsh? No, dishonest. Will ended up picking her. That's when you know the show is rigged. You know what? I've had enough of this nonsense. Since Will can't appreciate me, I've had to take matters into my own hands. I found someone who really will appreciate me. My fans. They can be a little crazy sometimes, but they learn from the best. At least they apologized for breaking into my house, stealing all my furniture, and my dog. Fang was the only thing they returned. They attached a note to its collar that said, if they couldn't be me, they couldn't exist, and who am I to deny them? I don't see any reason to stop them. I needed to revamp the place anyway. They were simply doing me a favor. I find it delightfully entertaining seeing my lookalikes roaming the street. You know, they're quite sweet. They left me a roasted meal, still warm and everything by the time I got home. They wrote on my napkin, "Only the best for you tomorrow." And you know what? I'm glad that someone finally understands that. When I said it to Will, it went in one ear and out the other. Oh, that reminds me. I have some exciting news. I'm now the host of Netflix's new cooking show, Dining with the Family. I think it comes out next month. Seeing as my time on The Bachelor is over, the fans will be delighted. Oh, what's that? It's out now? They saw my calendar as well. You should go watch it now. I'm waiting. Why aren't you watching it? Oh.
Kate. I'll show them, Kate. I have half a mind to leave, you know. I don't even know why I'm... pathetic. You can't leave now, you know. You promised you'd try. Well, I've been trying. I can't believe they talked me into being on the show. Well, clearly not trying enough. Maybe you're just not cut out for winning. Maybe you're just bad at doing things for other people. Maybe you just are pathetic. No! Suit yourself. I don't know where being so stubborn has ever gotten you. I hate them all. They're arrogant and fake and people say I'm a little psychotic. I'm pretty sure that Tamora is an actual psychopath. Oh, it's a matter of safety, of course. I mean, you wouldn't be trying to leave unless you'd done everything you could for Dad and Bianca. Shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. Don't I? I've always been happy being single. Not interested at all in finding a husband. Well, I guess I'll just ask this then. If you leave now, what are you going to do? You know what? I don't know. Maybe I'll do whatever I want. Maybe I'll write music or paint. Or maybe I'll travel the globe or move to Mexico or Antarctica for God's sake. Maybe, I have no idea, but at least I won't be here wasting my time. Back to square one, are we? You're so determined not to be loved. It's not like that. You can't seek love. You can't fake it till you make it just for the happiness of others. Just because I don't scramble for every man I see. Well, that's too bad because Bianca's counting on you. Well, I don't see why that has to be my fault. No. Now I see. She is my dad's little treasure. Bianca must have a husband, and I must dance barefoot on her wedding day. She has our dad wrapped around her little finger, and I must be forced to give my hand opposed against my heart, and to a mad brain rude be full of spleen, who wooed in haste, and means to wed at leisure. And Bianca's been hooking up with her tutor when she's supposed to be studying, and she made him convince his friend Petruchio to seduce me so they can be together. No wonder I have trust issues. Yeah. Petruchio was pretty charming, alright? And I gave in for a little bit. Oh, I didn't make it easy for him, believe me. But pretty soon he wormed his way into my affections. Not for long though. Pretty soon I was like, Petruchio? Or like, Petrucci, no. No way, no how, not happening, not now, not ever. It might seem like I'm hard to please. And I admit I can be a bit of a shrew. But I'm just trying to turn over a new leaf. Bianca is still my little sister, and she's just waiting around to get married. And I guess it's time I moved on. I was totally prepared to as well. William Shakespeare. Miss Shakespeare. Catherine Shakespeare. I mean, I played that game. That ridiculous wooing the bard game. Fie, fie, unknit that threatening, unkind brow, and dart not scornful glances from those eyes, to wound thy lord, thy king, thy governor. It blots thy beauty as frosts do bite the meads. A woman moved is like a fountain troubled, muddy, ill-seeming, thick, bereft of beauty. Thy husband is thy lord, thy life, thy keeper, thy head, thy sovereign, one that cares for thee and craves no other tribute at thy hands. But love, fair looks, and true obedience, blah, blah, blah. And I took the rose. What more could I do? But in the end, those male characters of Shakespeare dominated once again. A scroll full of names, signatures, Hamlet, Othello, Romeo, Oberon, and of course, Petruchio. God, there must be 1,000 signatures on here, all demanding to know why they weren't considered to be the greatest character Shakespeare ever wrote. I mean, it all just became a joke. What are you thinking? Come on, tell us. You know you want to. Why can't we just move forward? And little Bianca can just run away and elope, and I can have a career. Is that really what you're thinking about? And why do people call me Kate when it's Catherine? I mean, why do people have to be so unkind? You know, it's okay. You're gonna be okay. You're strong and tough. You deserve better. Okay, so Shakespeare would be a great catch. I mean, he is smart, funny, creative, and famous. But I can be all of those things. And I can find a less conceited partner to fall in love with and share my life.
Is this our mansion? The famous Bachelor mansion? I was expecting something a little more regal, luxurious, a little more to my taste. Oh well. Give me some music. Music. Moody food. For us that trained in love. I'm Cleopatra. You probably have heard of me. Most people have. I'm kind of a big deal. I have it all. Beauty, obviously, brains, and a belief I will be victorious in this silly little game of love. My ex Mark Antony didn't really understand my sense of humour, my little joke. When I said I would die for him, I didn't really mean it. It was just a game, a test if you like, to see if he loved me best. Unfortunately, he didn't get the memo. Oh well, oopsie, once bitten, twice shy. So I've also brought my little friend with me, little Asp. Isn't he cute? He's also my exit strategy if Will and I don't work out. Oh, do you know how exciting it was when Usher brought in the scroll with all of the names of the girls that would go on a magical adventure with him? All the bachelorettes were, scrambling for the scroll, pushing and grabbing, but I had my little Aspie to scare the others away. Go back, I warrant thee, but I'll catch thine eyes, though they had had wings. Slave, soulless villain, dog. It worked a treat. Aren't you so healthy, my little Aspie? Aren't you? Aren't you? We were to enjoy some fun activities like jousting, fencing, and archery. But as a queen, I do not play by the same rules as these common women folk. I am practiced in all sports. But, unfortunately, it turned out to be apple bobbing. Are you serious? They were asking me to stick the royal head in a bucket of water. So, I did what any queen would do. Attack! Horrible villain! I'll spurn thine eyes like balls before me. I'll unhair thy head. Thou shalt be whipped with wire and stewed in brine, smarting in lingering pickle. Really? The girls had no chance. I ruled this game. And that's what love really is, isn't it? A game? But I didn't get the first day. Cordelia did. And Will performed his favourite passage to her. Oh, the one about all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. And then he gave her a rose. Oh. How dare he? I mean, who does she think she is? Cordelia didn't go crazy or disguise herself as a boy to go on an adventure or kill herself for love. And she certainly isn't the Queen of Egypt. She's just a little brat that wouldn't do what her dad wanted. What could Will possibly see in her? Mansion reads to me wine tasting at beautiful vineyards, and lying on the deck of a magnificent yacht with my bachelor. But first the apple bobbing, and now the insult joust. I was excited about beating Titania, though I did call her a candle that better burn out. And then I said, your brain is as dry as the remainder biscuit after voyage. It was a pretty good one, actually. And then she said, thou art the rankest compound of villainous smell that ever offended a nostril. Oh. How dare she? This show was getting out of control. Getting out of control, I say. And the producers, yes, you, Stan. Oh, don't look at me like that. Honestly. Oh my. What are the royal hands doing? Oh! Bradley, could you collect that, please? Anyways, the whole show was becoming a circus. They brought back all of the eliminated contestants. And then Will was like, how can I pick just one of you to be my greatest when you are all mine, my true creations, my true loves? Is he serious? So tonight, I won't be picking any of you. Doubt thou the stars of fire, doubt that the sun doth move, doubt truth to be a liar. But never doubt I love each of you equally. Is he insane? Oh, sure how it took a real turn after that, because then he decided, why should I decide on just one of you? Because why shouldn't the greatest character be a man? Well, that was it. I stormed right out of there. So much for storming out of there, Cleo. But not before I placed my trusted Esby in Will's man bag. Oh, won't he get the fright of his life when he gets that kiss? Get on with it.
Can you guys please just make up your mind and pick an angle? Preferably not the side profile, but anything else is fine. Ah, perfect. Do I just start? Okay, hi. My name's Titania and I'm ageless. I haven't had the best luck when it comes to love. My ex Oberon put a spell on me which made me fall in love with a half man, half donkey creature. I know, right? And then while I was all drugged up on donkey love, that jerk stole my kid and put him in his army. And on top of all of that, his so-called love juice wiped all my memory I had of my little adopted boy. It's just not cool, man. But now I'm ready to find a man that treats me with the respect a queen of fairies deserves. And William Shakespeare is the greatest playwright in the history of the world, so he can immortalize me in his writing as well. I shall cast my spell upon him and make sure I am forever known as the most beloved character of them all. Was that good? This is my first time on reality television, so I'm a bit nervous. I had my fairies pick out 4 different outfits for me. God, I hope they picked the right one. Who am I kidding? William Shakespeare himself will fall to his feet at the sight of a fairy queen. Are the girls nice? I'm so excited to meet them. I mean, I hope we get along so I won't have to use my magic on any of them. I'm kidding. I'm not being serious. I'm joking. I just need a second, okay? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong is that William Shakespeare just killed one of my fairies. I mean, stupid mortals have no common sense. The crystal. I will calm you in a second. It's just, in Athens, I'm a queen. I mean, I'm used to being treated like one. But then again, I mean, his eyes are really dreamy. Look, I'm all about girls supporting girls. But Cordelia just pushes me to the edge. I mean, she was just chosen for the single date with William, and I think I know why. She's a pick-me. She may as well be Meredith Grey. That's a thing from Grey's Anatomy. The girls are teaching me model shows. Look, I'm just saying what everyone else is thinking. I mean, literally when she was picked, Beatrice said, and I quote, "You can't be serious. She's not the most beloved of them all." I mean, I know that for a fact. You know what? It doesn't look like we had anything to worry about. Cordelia's date was as dull as Aegeus and his take on parenting. They didn't even kiss or hold hands. He recited words to her, his own words that had been told to probably thousands of girls before. Look, I get that it's romantic or whatever, but all I see is zero effort. And do you put zero effort in for the ones you love? No. The answer is no. I still don't know who herself is or what place she's from, but what I do know is that Catherine called me an idiot. I'm smart, okay? I mean, I'm a fairy. It's kind of inevitable that I'm going to be off with them every now and then.
Ugh, I can't believe I haven't been picked for a single date yet. Ridiculous. William did offer me a rose when, we said goodbye to Beatrice, Juliet, Catherine, Viola, and I grabbed it. Ugh, they were such great girls. And I got to read most of the scrolls, although some of them were very confusing. Like that one that said, "There's no such sport as sport, by sport o'erthrown, to make theirs ours and ours none but our own. So shall we stay, mocking intended game, and they will mocked depart away with shame." Oh, I wonder what that means. I was the level-headed one, obviously. I kept reminding them, ladies, fighting over a man is no way to get him. Then the whole show ended up in a total circus. So William says, "How can I pick one of you to be the greatest when you are all mine, my creations, my true loves? So tonight, I won't pick any of you." Are you serious? Are you serious? Did I just waste all of my time here? Literally the only point I came on the show ended up not even happening. But, however, some good did come out of this. Some might say brilliant things came out of this. Don't tell anyone, but I've been approached, and I have said yes to being the Bachelorette. My very own show. I can't wait. But, I'm just mostly excited to show ridiculous William and just arrogant, very arrogant Oberon that I'm the boss and that I'm amazing. And I'm Queen of Fairies, so obviously I'm amazing. That's no-brainer.
Hi, I'm Titania, your new Bachelorette. Tune in tonight at 7 o'clock for the premiere. Don't miss it.
Hi, I'm Ophelia. I'm 26 years old. I've had my heart broken by a guy who my dad wanted me to marry. His mum, the Queen, was my dad's boss, and they thought we'd be cute together. Bad choice, Dad. This guy, Hamlet, was so moody, broke up with me with no warning, told me he'd love me, and then denied he'd ever said it. I was shook. And then when I tried to give him back his letters and stuff, he pretended like he didn't even give them to me in the first place. Seriously, what a jerk. So yeah, I was pretty upset to say the least, but I tried not to be too grouchy with him because he was in a pretty dark place. His dad died and then his mum married his gross uncle weeks later. Awkward. But then he stabbed my dad and killed my brother. Yep, both of them. D-E-A-D. I know he and my bro were having a duel or whatever, and he thought my dad was someone else hiding behind the curtains in the Queen's bedroom. Ew. Don't ask me what my dad was doing in the Queen's bedroom. So obviously I couldn't forgive Hamlet after that. He made me crazy. So that's why I decided to join the Shakespeare Bachelor. Will and I have a lot in common. I'm a bit of a poet too. I wrote Will a song, but you'll have to watch it to hear it. Actually, I might just give you a little sneak peek now. Tomorrow is St. Valentine's Day, all in the morning be time, and I am made in your window to be your Valentine. Yeah! And then I gave Will some presents. There's rosemary. That's for remembrance. Pray, love, remember. There's pansies. That's for thoughts. There's fennel for you and columbines. There's rue for you. Oh, you must wear your rue with a difference. There's a daisy. I would give you some violets, but they all withered when my father died. Sorry, I didn't mean to cry. It's just that I love, and I wanted Will to love me, but I'm afraid that he thinks of me as a melancholy lady. after all the ladies were introduced, they began fighting over Will. My Will. It was a bit overwhelming, but I decided to shoot my shot and talk to Will. We talked about how I'm a florist and I compete in synchronized swimming events, but he doesn't even know that I wasn't very good at it. And then Lady Macbeth stole my time with Will. Oh, what a noble mind to hear is overthrown, to have seen what I've seen, to see what I see. Oscar and Sonia then introduced the new bachelorettes. There were 5 intruders. And that's when I knew I was never going to get my time with Will. I tried so hard getting Will's attention, but it was just so difficult when there were just so many other beautiful women that are also here. On the first day, Will made us cook. I guess he was like trying to figure out who really is wifey material. But that's so 1950s. Anyways, I don't cook. I'm a florist and synchronized swimmer. But I did make this fancy blood mage of chicken brains. It was the only easy recipe on Recipe Tin. Tamora fed Will Larry the producer, and she still didn't get eliminated. Am I that unlovable? Or maybe I just can't cook. The next day was a single date. I just assumed it would be me. It wasn't, it was Cordelia. She's like really weird. Anyways, they barely did anything. Will recited to her some poetry. Oh, I would have done anything to be in Cordelia's spot. But yeah, that was it. They didn't even kiss. I know, I thought it was a joke too. It wasn't. I know if it were him and we would have definitely kissed. And then the intruders got a group date. The original bachelorettes didn't even get a group date and we're so much hotter. So while the other bachelorettes were batting their eyelashes at Will, I became close friends with Titania. She's another bachelorette and the only other decent candidate on this show. It was really fun gossiping about Lady Macbeth and Tamora with her. And she was the only real friend who supported me and comforted me when Beatrice was eaten by a bear. It was just so heartbreaking. She deserves so much more screen time. That afternoon was the rose ceremony. I really hoped it wasn't me going home. I just felt like I didn't get enough time with Will. All I could think of was, this is it, I'm going home. I nod in my heart, Ophelia, you unlovable fool. He chose Lady Macbeth over me. Like, why her? I get all the others, but like, Lady Macbeth, she can't even sing the way I can. I really thought we had a connection. So yeah, that was it until I was contacted by the other bachelorettes to come back to the show. This was it. This was my time to shine. Apparently we were going back to make a statement about how the show is sexist or something, and that all of Will's characters are equally as great, even the men. And also it turns out Beatrice didn't die, she only lost a few limbs. I'm kind of grateful this show ended. It's been 3 years now and I'm happier than ever. I kept on continuing with my synchronized swimming training. Looking back, I really needed practice. But now I competed in the Tokyo 2021 Olympics. Make sure you go check out my routine. I'm pretty sure you can find it on YouTube, but I actually won gold. Well, since going on the Shakespeare Bachelor, it made me think about my ex, Hamlet, as well as Will and the other bachelorettes, and it made me realize that I'm not into arrogant, self-centered, egocentric people. Am I done?
Hi, I'm Juliet. I'm
I'm 16, but don't tell the producers. They think I'm old enough, and I am. I totally am. I'm just so ready to fall in love again. Confession. I have been married before, and I thought it was totally like written in the stars, you know? Anyway, it was such a disaster. Our parents like hated each other. Hated, you have no idea. So we snuck off and we got married in secret. It was so romantic. But then my dad wanted me to hook up with his friend Paris. Ugh, as if. Anyway. Oh. Romeo and I were only together for 3 days. 3 days. And I lost my hopstar. But he made the face of heaven so fine. Sad story, right? But I'm young, and I totally die if I'm not married before I'm all like old and saggy. Like my mom, she's like 27, 28 or something. Like gross. Nobody's gonna want me. But yes, it is I, Juliet Montague, once a Capulet, soon to be Shakespeare. Mrs. Juliet Shakespeare. It has such a nice ring to it, don't you think? Also, speaking of rings, I brought one in case, you know, he proposes. And I always have my favorite friar at the ready. False alarm, Friar Lawrence, it's all good. I'll call you later. He's come to expect this. You see, I tend to attract the attention of several young men, but something always seems to go wrong. I don't really know what happens. Like the death of my poor Romeo, he was just so lost at the thought of me not being alive that he had to kill himself. But back on the horse. So I'm ready for William. Ugh, the other girls, they're such a bore. All old and wrinkly and no fun at all. Unlike me, beautiful and young and the perfect match for Will. They do not stand a chance against me. And Will, he's so intelligent and well-spoken, and he has those beautiful sparkling eyes. They look just like Romeo's. Will is so perfect, and I think he really loves me. I think we're soulmates. We've had a few conversations already, and I really think we're ready to take that next step. Marriage. I can get Friar Lawrence to officiate, and I can wear my long, beautiful white dress, and it would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. And how lovely our kids would be. Beautiful and intelligent. What a mix. I'm so excited. Cordelia? I cannot believe William would do this to me. We are soulmates. We're love at first sight. And he picked her. She's so boring. I just can't believe he would betray me this way. And he's probably gonna kiss her. Unbelievable. How could he pick her over me? It's
probably because he hasn't kissed me yet. I am a great kisser. Okay, so the man has a flaw. He can't plan a good date. But we can fix that. That's nothing. It's fine. But really? Reciting his words and no kissing? That sounds like church. Another group date. I'm so excited. Except I want to talk to him alone. I feel like we need to take the next step in our relationship. We're just going in circles. So I'm gonna talk to him and it's gonna be great. I'll let you know how it goes. I don't know what happened. He kicked me out. I don't know what I did. I guess I was too forward with what I wanted, and apparently I'm too young. But everyone always said that a man wants a younger woman and not someone old, like 23. Oh, Romeo left me, and now William's leaving me, and everyone always leaves me. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I would make such a great wife. You know, I can make a really good cake, and I can clean. I can try to clean. I don't deserve this.
Benedict is an infection that's easy to catch, but hard to get rid of. And he'll drive you crazy once you've been infected.
I'm amazed you're still talking, Senor Benedict. No one's even listening to you.
Look, it's my dear Lady Disdain. Aren't you dead yet?
How could Disdain die when you're here? When you're around, even Lady Curtsy becomes Lady Disdained.
That makes Lady Kirsty a traitor. All ladies love me except you. It's too bad I'm so hard-hearted because I really don't love anyone.
Women are lucky then. You would make a nasty suitor. Thankfully, I feel the same way you do.
I have no need for romance. I would rather listen to my dog bark at a crow than hear a man swear that he loves me. Well, I hope you stay in that frame of mind or some poor man will end up with his face all scratched up.
If he has a face like yours, a good scratching couldn't make him look any worse.
Listen to you, instructing me like a parrot would. I'd rather be a squawking bird than an animal like you. I wish my horse moved as fast as your mouth and was as tireless. That's it. I'm done.
You always end in a jade trick.
I know you too well for that.
And I said, why? Why is he the prince's jester? A very dull fool. Only his gift is devising impossible slanders. None but libertines delight in him. And the commendation not in his wit, but his villainy. For he both pleases men and angers them. And then they laugh at him and beat him. Benedict. No. He's a fool. A stuffed man. A beast. He's... Oh, I miss him. I miss him terribly. I only came on this stupid show wonderful show. To make him jealous. Yes. You are a wise man, Mr. Shakespeare. I bought this for you to remind you of what you have created. And that is all of us. We are all yours, Will. Your characters, your creations, and there is none more important or worthy than the other. You may have written of queens and murderesses and women who are willing to die for love. But you also wrote about a young girl who had a merry battle of wits with a boy whom she secretly loved. You wrote of me. You loved me. You loved us all, and that is why you are the greatest playwright in the history of the world.
Oh, well, so you don't love me.
No, I don't, except as a friend.
Come on, niece. I'm sure you love him. And I'll swear that he loves her. Here's a clumsy sonnet in Benedict's handwriting dedicated to Beatrice. And here's another poem which I stole from my cousin's pocket in her handwriting and all about her adoration for Benedict.
What a miracle! Our handwriting gives away our hearts. Come on, I'll take you. But honestly, I'm only doing it out of pity.
I won't say no to you, but let it be known that I'm only doing this to persuade you and to save your life. I hear you are quickly dying without me.
Okay, so welcome to the interview part of the show, where you simply recount how you're feeling about your place on the show and how you think the date went. Quiet on set, camera rolling, action. Start when you're ready.
Hi, so I just had my individual date with Will, and Osher and Sonia were there for a bit of it as well. It was the most wonderful date I could have ever asked for. The whole date, Will basically, he recited his words to me and read me poetry. It was nothing over the top or too dramatic, but it was simple and really nice. Although I did think it was a bit odd that Will instructed me to go sit behind the cameras and for all the lighting to be on him. But then again, it made the moment even more special and amazing, and I do understand that it is his show and he gets to call the shots. I think that the date has been very insightful in how Will sees me as a contestant, and that he understands that I'm not here for any romance or lovey-dovey stuff, as well as the fact that, he knows since he wrote me that I'm to be wed to the Prince of France, and I truly believe that he loves me and I love him. Anyways, overall it was a pretty successful date.
So how do you think the other bachelorettes will react?
Well, no doubt a majority of them will be jealous because I got the first individual date, and I'm not vain. I have ears and eyes. I saw how they reacted when my name was called, when Cleopatra called my name, as well as how they acted. It's obvious why they're here.
Why they're here? What do you mean by that?
Well, they want Will's fortune, not him and his words and his poetry.
Interesting. Okay, cut! Perfect. Okay, so you're finished. Now we just need you to head back over to the mansion and share the space and enjoy your time with the girls.
Thank you.
I don't know what Will sees in her. She's dull. Well, I suppose Cordelia looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. Have my eyes and on the prize. Winged Cupid painted blind. Yawn. So doesn't look like we had anything exciting. She didn't kill the king or fall in love with the donkey. Lady Macbeth or eat her son's pie. She didn't go crazy or disguise herself as a boy to go on an adventure or kill herself for love. She certainly wasn't the Queen of Egypt. Is a fool. She was just a brat. She didn't go crazy or disguise herself as a boy to go on an adventure or kill herself for love. She didn't do anything. She certainly wasn't the Queen of Egypt. She didn't kill the king. She was just a brat and her son's pie. She didn't do anything exciting. It's anyone's game or fall in love with the donkey. She had her chance. Her son's pie. And she was just a brat as a boy to go on an adventure. Cordelia kill herself for love.
She certainly
I
wasn't
have
the
my
Queen
eyes
of
on the
Egypt.
prize.
I don't know. She was just a brat. She was just a brat. Fall in love with the donkey. Or eat her son's pie. But with the mind. Cordelia is a fool. Painted blind. I don't know. I have my eyes on the prize. Lady Macbeth is right. Well, she didn't go crazy or disguise herself as a boy to go on an adventure or kill herself for love. She certainly wasn't the Queen of Egypt. She's dull. She was just a brat, I suppose. She didn't go crazy. Doesn't disguise herself as a boy to go on an adventure or kill herself for love. I don't know what she certainly wasn't the Queen of Egypt. Well, she was just a brat. She didn't want to do what her dad wanted. She didn't just a brat. I fall in love with the donkey. She didn't kill her son's pie, but with the donkey. And Lady Macbeth pie. She didn't go crazy or disguise herself as a boy to go on an adventure. She was just a brat. Kill herself for love. She certainly wasn't the Queen of Egypt or fall in love with the donkey that didn't want to do what her dad wanted. Doesn't look like we had anything to worry about.
I kind of got the vibe that the other girls don't like me very much. But now I get it. They remind me of my two-faced sisters who lied and manipulated my father to get the biggest share of the family inheritance. And when I refused to be as fake as them, he kicked me out. But instead of being my father and my sisters, it was Will and these bachelorettes telling Will that they love him the most just to get his rose. To be known as the best character he's ever written.
I just don't understand why my refusing to play those games and pretending to be something I'm not is causing them to be so mean and cruel. I'm here for the playwright, no more, no less. I'm here for his words. I've made that clear since the beginning. I'm not pretending to be anything else or anyone otherwise. Maybe I shouldn't be here. I don't even know what the point of this is anymore.
I'm simply not enjoying myself. Whenever we gather as a group, I become the outlier, sitting all alone, whilst all the other contestants, they're talking to each other, getting to know each other. I speak my mind, and I get haunted by the others' looks. I guess this is just not what I expected. Maybe I'm simply naive.
This is The Bachelor, Will's idea of finding the greatest character he's ever written and being on a show about finding love. It doesn't work well together. The start of the show was amazing. Meeting Will, walking down the path, I had optimism. I guess I really wasn't prepared for what was going to happen next.
The feeling of being left out. The feeling of being isolated.
I gotta say, season 5 was probably one of the most unusual seasons for The Bachelor that I've ever had the pleasure of hosting. Well, Will, your life is about to change and it will never be the same. I hope you're ready to fall in love with the greatest character you've ever written, because our chariot is coming up the driveway right now. Oh my gosh, this crew is so slow. You know what I need? You know what I need? Oh, I don't know, a serious dose of Powerade. If they keep on going at this rate, we'll be here until 3 a.m. My Zero Coke, thank you so much. So, how long are we, staying here for? What did you just say? 20 minutes? Oh, no. No, we are not going to stand here for the next 20 minutes. Not in these heels. What do you mean? You know what we deserve, Usher? We deserve a pay raise for what we do for these people. I swear, these girls better bring something interesting to the table, or I will become a bachelorette myself. Well, someone clearly has no sense of humor. I'm just kidding, okay? These girls better just bring some drama to the program, you know? You know, they can get the ratings up, and then we'll get the money that we want. It's that simple. Hello, ladies. Welcome to your home for the foreseeable future. Oh, why did you say it like that? Alright now. It's that time, okay? Remember what do you have to say? You have to say every second word. And if you get this wrong, you can kiss that little flight to New York goodbye. Cause you ain't getting that money if you ain't doing this well. So just do well. Oh my god. That was a disaster. Thank God that's over. But oh man, what was I thinking? Oh my gosh, my reputation. Oh, thank you. I need my coffee. Psst. Does that look like our producer Larry? Like, yeah, his ring. Does that not look exactly like his ring? Speaking of Larry, have you seen him around? When do you think was the last time you saw? Gisman, we're coming! Go. All that glitters is not gold. What on earth am I doing on my arms? That does not look good. And why am I smiling like that? Fight fire with fire. Oh. Why did I say that twice? Oh, thank God that is over. That's my exercise for the week. Guys? Producers? No one? Okay. Gentlemen! Beautiful intruders all arrived at the mansion with only one thing as their objective. To win the biggest piece of Will's heart. And let me tell you, the producers were not lying when they said these girls were gonna bring in some drama or even stir my cup of tea. I have to say, my favorite part from that, oh my gosh, was Tamora and Cordelia's little cat fight. I meant the biggest cat fight ever. Oh my gosh, the amount of foul words that were spoken, oh my gosh, it was amazing. It was all like, you starveling, you eel skin, you dry neat's tongue, you bull's pizzle, you stockfish, or for breath to utter what it's like thee. And then Cordelia turned around and said to Usher and I, thou art a Lethan jerkin, crystal button, not patted, a gattering, puke stocking, caddis garter, smooth tongue, Spanish pouch, thou clay-brained guts, thou naughty-pated fool. Now, to all those people who thought that The Bachelor cannot have any show-stopping twists, we brought back all of the previous contestants for the final rose ceremony. And then it was time for Will's jaw-dropping decision. Absolutely any of these amazing, vibrant characters could be the best ever written. But then that wasn't exactly the case. William Shakespeare, being the self-absorbed person he is, ruined the whole show by choosing himself. So we wasted all that money on that one chariot and the whole season. And what's worse, our ratings went down by 60%. 60%! Maybe things aren't that bad after all. Because someone just got asked to do Dancing with the Stars.
Hey everyone, my name's hi everyone, my name's Viola, and I was a fan favorite on Shakespeare's Bachelor.
No she's not. Cut that bit out. Hi, I'm Viola. I'm 21 years old from the lovely Ilaria. My hobbies include working, gardening, and dressing up as my twin brother. What? It's not like I've seen you do anything interesting these days.
Anyways, let me take you back to the beginning. If my life could be a status on Facebook, mine would be, it's complicated. Okay, so here's the story. I hope you're following closely. So, my twin and I got into a little bit of trouble when we were young. And when I mean a little, I mean a lot. And then classic Cesaro just took off. So I kind of got thrown in the deep end. Well, literally. I just survived the shipwreck. And after that, I started working for this guy. He was so hot, and I obviously totally fell in love with him. But I was pretending to be something I wasn't. My brother, actually. Yes, I was pretending to be my brother, okay? Hey, don't judge. We've all had some weird, phases. Look, I had to do it, okay? I did it for my job. I did it so I could have a life. Because at the time, they didn't hire girls. Sexist, right? But boy, did I prove them wrong. I ended up calling myself Cesaro and started working for the Duke. Yep, you heard that right. And for a while, it was a bliss.
Me perving at him from afar, watching his every move, and stealing his clothes from the laundry. Ah, good times.
But then it became this whole mess because he totally fell in love with my best friend, Olivia. I know, right? And it gets worse because he made me take messages to her. Exactly. And then suddenly, plot twist, Olivia started totally crushing on me. Well, me as Cesario anyway. So basically it became this big love triangle which turned into a love quadrangle. Then my brother rocks up and my bestie thinks he's me Cesario and hooks up with him instead. Seriously, it was a mess. But see, I told you, complicated. I mean, the Duke and I did end up together, but it was never the same. I honestly think he liked us better as Cesario. Or maybe he never got over Olivia. Well, you know what they say. Who are you? And how did you get in here? Oh, I'm the guy from the Train of Thought. Wait, isn't that just us with a fake moustache and glasses? No, I'm not. You both ordered an ID. No, I didn't. Did you? The course of true love never did run smoothest.
Shakespeare.
So that's why I came here, to find something not so complicated. And how can you get any more less complicated than Shakespeare? His job is to define the most complicated thing in the world, love. And after all that mess with the Duke and my brother, well, not the Duke and my brother, you know what I mean. I needed something different in my life, something a little less complicated. And maybe that something was someone. At first, I loved it. A competition. I was pretty good at those. Except that one time in Ilaria where the winner of a hurdle race somehow broke his leg on the final stretch. What a coincidence. But for the first time, I wasn't the only one willing to sacrifice anyone or thing in order to win. Oops. Well, till I met Lady Macbeth and Catherine. God, those two were something else. Within the first 5 seconds of meeting Lady Macbeth, she had it out for me. And Catherine, don't even get me started with Catherine. When I got disqualified for, let's just call it bad behaviour, she tied me to a chair. Who ties someone to a chair? At least add electrical wire for some effect. God, she's so boring. But to be honest, they were probably better than bloody Ophelia. The girl wouldn't stop crying every 5 seconds. Oh my God. Cordelia. She was just beautiful, wasn't she? Stealing every moment with Shakespeare and somehow making the whole show about her. Sorry. But as she was about to win, Shakespeare throws the towel in. And we're all like, what? Throwing the towel in on your own show? Who does this guy think he is? Wait, he's Shakespeare. He can literally do anything. So after all that, competing for Shakespeare's love was just washed down the drain. But it kind of made me realize something. Maybe I didn't need to fall in love or find my true love. Because quite frankly, no man can live up to my expectations. So I did something. I went on a dirt bike tour, very much Viola style, and I did the things I liked. But never really got the chance to because of Dopey Duke and now silly Shakespeare. It was freeing, and I found myself. Maybe that was the person I was looking for all along. And from that moment, I swore I would never have any more complications in my life, that's for sure. Now, I'm living Viola's life, the way it should have been in the beginning. Wow, that was beautiful. Oh, so now you like me, Steve.
Out, I say. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this table will never be clean. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I did not see you there. Oh, I was wiping, honestly, God knows what off this table because in my absence, Macbeth completely let himself go, even more than that time that he was convinced that there was a dagger of the mind proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain. Honestly, the man didn't clean the house once while I was away on The Bachelor. Oh, I can't even believe this. And don't get me wrong, I know Macbeth's always been a weak man, spineless if you will, with absolutely no ambition, but I didn't think being single while I was away on The Bachelor would affect him this badly. Like, you really can't leave a man alone to do anything for himself. And yet women are the ones that are oppressed, but whatever. And then I realized I was so much better than a weak little man who couldn't even do that. Like, seriously, he was all like, is this a dagger I see before me? Its handle towards my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. Like, no, it's not a dagger, Macbeth. You're just insane. So now you know what my poor excuse of a ex-husband? I don't know, I guess he still kind of is my husband. But you know what he's been up to while I was away. But obviously my story is much more interesting. Oh, and I suppose you're here to try and claim William for yourself too. Honestly, it's quite embarrassing that there's this many women here genuinely convinced that they will ever beat me at anything. I'll tell you something though, if anyone other than me has a chance at winning, it's Catherine. Which is so infuriating because she doesn't even want to win. She doesn't even want Will. She never wanted to get married because she's a feminist. She's just here so she can win, so the rest of us can't. Yet I still have the most respect for her out of all the rest of the women here. I mean, I'll admit, it's easy to like her when the only people she's competing against are crybabies like Ophelia and pick-me girls like Cordelia.
My goodness, Cordelia is something else. I cannot even describe how excruciatingly painful it is to just simply be in her presence. My entire journey so far has been a combination of proving to Will that I am the only choice, and of course arguing with the other girls about who's better, but if we're being honest, is it really a competition?
Hands off my boyfriend, Titania. Chill out, he hasn't asked you to marry him yet, Juliet. Tamora, thou art a damned and luxurious mountain goat.
Cleopatra, thine face is not worth sunburning. As if. So obviously me, Viola.
Why don't you go and cry about it, Ophelia?
Oh, sorry everyone. It's just that I think my back seems to be hurting because I carry the whole show.
Oh, thou lump of foul deformity.
Please, Tamora. I'd rather cut off my ears and sew them over my eyes than look at you.
I think I might be the one for him. He read me poetry. It was amazing.
Oh my gosh, really, Cordelia? When?
When we were on our date.
No. When did I ask?
Guys, oh my gosh, Usher's here.
Usher.
So, I didn't win. In fact, no one did. William was basically like, oh yeah, none of you were good enough for me, so I'm going to have to choose one of my male characters to be my greatest character ever written. So basically, William Shakespeare is a sexist pig, just like Macbeth. Honestly, it was such a crazy experience to have been a part of. And when I first realized that I didn't win, I was so worried to go home. I was so scared to go home. I was scared that I would become the laughing stock of Scotland and I'd never be able to show my face there again. I was completely mortified, but then it hit me. I am Lady Macbeth, for goodness sake. Now this stupid project that the producers have made us do, reflecting on our experiences at the Bachelor Mansion, I guess it revealed that my wicked nature and ruthless personality are in fact a mask. A mask to hide my insecurities, which I would never dare show the other girls, oh my goodness. But I'm taking home such an important lesson, which is that every single one of those girls on the show was a beautiful, strong, intelligent woman simply searching for love, just like I was. And I know you're probably thinking, is this woman for real? All she did was insult everyone on the show, and now she thinks they're beautiful. And I have not gone soft. Oh my God, please do not think I've gone soft. I'm still the baddest woman you'll ever meet. But being on The Bachelor made me realize the other girls and I all came from stories where we were oppressed simply because we're women. And we always had to just sit back and watch men get everything they wanted, even when they didn't deserve it. And we didn't even get a voice. I realized there's no point fighting the other women, but fight with them, fight alongside them, because we all wanted the same thing at the end of the day. We're more likely to achieve it if we stick together. So, I'm not going back to Macbeth. I don't care if that makes me look bad to the village. I'm gonna get my own place and do what I always wanted to do.
What's wrong with being confident?
Start my own knife business. I just have to finish packing all the stuff that I didn't take with me on the show, and then I'm gonna leave him.